Rob Wright is a BYU Cougar. All right. We're kind of past that part of it. It sucks for us, but that's the way it is. BYU is funneling a ton of money into this program. They're giving a ton of money to Rob Wright, and now he plays for them. That's okay in the sense that that is college basketball these days, right? That's just a reality that we have to live in. BYU has mega rich donors that are willing to invest in their athletics department, and that's great. I wish Baylor had more of that. Of course, Baylor was ready to give $1.5 million to Rob Wright. They had the contract, the kind of agreement, as you'd call it, written down, and he had signed it. Okay, but we're past that. And the only thing that can kind of frustrate us now in this offseason with Rob Wright and BYU is to hear what Rob Wright said to the media today. His first press conference as a BYU Cougar. This is from a reporter out there in Provo, Jay Drew. He says, quote, or Rob Wright says, quote, I kind of just thought that coming from BYU and being around guys who've seen the NBA at the highest level and just what they're building and everything, it's just, I didn't want to pass that up. It didn't really have to do much with NIL, end quote. I think that's incorrect, if you ask me. Because of course he's getting a ton of money to play at BYU, and that's okay. But don't tell us that you're going to BYU for your NBA draft prospects, because that is complete and utter bull, because that would make no sense. Let's go over it. You remember Jimmer Fredette at BYU, the awesome 2011 season he had? He captured the nation, becomes a top 10 pick. Yeah, that was so fun. It was almost 15 years ago, but it was awesome. That is the last player that BYU had drafted in the NBA draft. Since then, Baylor has had 13 players drafted in the NBA draft. And they've had 5 first-rounders over the last 4 years under the same coach, Scott Drew. And you're going to tell me you're leaving that program to play at BYU for NBA draft purposes? Give me a break. That is such utter bull. This is what frustrates us as fans and other people who have lost, other fans who have lost their players to BYU. Like, just lean into it, guys. You are spending more money than us. It doesn't even need to be a flex. That's just how it is. But what gets us frustrated, and I know Utah fans as well, is this line that, oh no, we're out developing, we're out loving, we're out all this. No, you're out spending. And that's okay. That's what college basketball is in 2025. Just don't give us this crap, because it is crap. They haven't had a player drafted in the NBA in 14 years. And you're going to tell me that that's what you want to go to for development purposes? And also, I know BYU fans have been in my mentions as well. It's not about the past, obviously. It's because we have Kevin Young. Kevin Young does come from the NBA. It's great that your head coach has been an assistant coach in the NBA. That's fantastic. And I know you're going to have a couple of probably first-round draft picks this year. But again, we're not talking about a guy coming from, whatever, North Texas or Florida State or whatever school you want to name that doesn't produce NBA draft picks. No one has been churning out draft picks in the NBA, in the Big 12, the last 12 to 15 years like Baylor has, other than Kansas. It's Baylor and Kansas, and that's it. And so now you want to tell me that BYU is the place you want to be because of that? That's where you lose us. That's where we get frustrated. Because in reality, it's because, Rob, your dad wanted the most money possible, and he brokered this deal. And again, that's what college basketball is now. There's no use in getting upset over that part of it, a week and a half later. And this is where I kind of feel for the kid, because it's because his family does that now he has to get up in front of a camera and spew utter crap to all of us. Like, give me a break with that. And by the way, our guy Fran Fraschilla had the great response to that tweet in particular. I'll put it back up on the screen if you guys are watching on YouTube. But Fran responds, I love Rob Wright. I love BYU. I love Coach Drew. I think Baylor basketball is about to have 7 straight years of first-round picks. At least Rob didn't say that he wanted to get closer to home. Like, that's what I'm talking about, man. It's just, no one believes that. It's so disingenuous, which BYU in and of itself is not. That's kind of why I hate it. If you're getting that line from the University of Texas or Kentucky or some of these major blue blood, have no shame kind of programs, that's one thing. But BYU, we're not, like, don't feed us that company line, man. Just say that you're outspending us. Flex on us that way. And then I did get a lot of responses to this on Twitter because I did point out the NBA draft success that Baylor has had of late. And I got some responses like this, but this is the one I wanted to highlight because Soft Fash, I guess, was talking about how Baylor already gets NBA talent. The last 5 years of recruiting for Baylor, their recruiting class, 4, 3, 26, 15, and 31. BYU, 27th, 103rd, 170th, 153rd, and 80th. That's why Baylor has put guys in the NBA. They were already NBA guys. 2025, Baylor 23rd, BYU 7. Okay, this is not an argument. Arguing that BYU sucks at recruiting and that's why they don't put NBA guys in the NBA, exactly. That's the problem. And what happened in 2025 or even the last few years? You can pay for players. And BYU has mega rich donors who put money into the program. Maybe that's why there was a significant jump in recruiting the last year. Like, harp in on that, but that's not an argument. That's just saying we sucked at recruiting. That's why you guys put guys into the NBA. Because they did it before NIL and before they were getting one and dones as well. Like, just looking at the guys drafted since Jimmer Fredette, Pierre Jackson, the dude was unranked, okay? Torian Prince had one Division I offer, and it was LIU Brooklyn. He goes to Baylor and becomes a first-round pick. Jeremy Sohan was not on anybody's radar as an international recruit in 2021-22. He becomes a top 10 pick. Davion Mitchell stays for years, 3 years after starting at Auburn. He becomes a top 10 pick. So, yeah, you have your Keontae Georges, you have your Jacoby Walters, you have VJ Edgecombe this year, but for each one of those, you have another that's not like that. And Baylor's got, 13 active players in the NBA right now? BYU? Tell me when you get one, because it won't be until this fall that you'll have one active player in the NBA. Like, this is ridiculous, man. They're lying to you. Rob Wright and his family and BYU are lying to you. They don't go there for pro development. Looks like they've got a good coaching staff in place right now, but they went there for the money. BYU, my sincere advice to you as people whom I really like that support this channel and like being in the Big 12 and like Baylor, just lean into it. Don't be disingenuous. Like, yeah, Utah fans are always going to not like you because that's the rivalry, but this is what they're talking about, and now you're feeding into it again. Kevin Young has a good thing going here, but do you think you get AJ DeBonsa if there's no promise of anywhere between $5 and $7 million? Like, what are we doing here? Come on. It's okay to be like that. That's how the game is in 2025. But don't feed me this crap that they're coming here to outdevelop and outlove you. It's a great place. It's an awesome environment. And you also need to pony up a lot of cash. And a prime example is looking at the other team here, and that's us. Because Baylor has those things too. Baylor is a great facility. Baylor has a great culture around it. They have a Hall of Fame coach. They've got a national championship banner. And yet they're losing their whole team this year. They don't have the money that BYU has. Read the room, guys. It's not because of out-developing, because you guys haven't even gotten there yet. Baylor has coaches that put guys in the NBA as well. Okay? They have nutritionists. They have strength and conditioning coaches. Everyone has that. Not everyone has money. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. To me, it's just such a load of crap, to be totally honest with you. And I love BYU people, but just say what it is. You're outspending us. That's fine. That's the way the game is now. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, ring that notification bell to get notified every time we're going live on YouTube and dropping episodes here and wherever you get your podcasts.